In the following video, Ali was watching some television in the living room when he discovered something absurd was taunting him. It was roughly 1 p.m. in the afternoon, the time of which you would least expect the paranormal to prosper. However, this wasn't the case for Ali.
Здравствуйте, это моя машина. Что хочу про нее рассказать? Опа, что там происходит? Бутылочка упала. Что это такое? Не понял. Что это там? Непонятно. Ого. Непонятно. Что там такое? Ого. Ай-яй-яй.
Seemingly out of the blue, Ali started to hear the noise of items dropping, which really confused him since nothing was visibly falling. It could have been his wife upstairs though, so he decided to pass it off as that and continue watching his show. Not the best decision of his life for sure. The banging carried on, except the location of them changed. What prior sounded like the bangs were above him was now occurring in the same room, and he decided to get up and investigate. It was at this moment that he witnessed a shirt moving by itself. Making things much worse, Ali called for his wife to ask what was happening, and he received no response. He later found out that she was doing some shopping to stock up the fridge. Someone or something was tormenting him that afternoon, and he still has no idea what it was, and he likely never will. While most spirits are discreet about their actions, others tend to be very out there, and that can definitely be said about the spirit in the next clip. Sufyan was working in a factory in the middle of the day, and this was deemed by him to be his most boring shift of the week. Barely anything went on during Tuesdays, and the shift consisted of sitting around and answering the odd phone call. However, the one-off incident in the following video was far from boring. I'm sure the employee would have still preferred the boring time though. Somehow, the ladder started walking off almost like a dog as its 4 legs moved in the motion that the domestic animals would do. This was very creepy, as it should have been impossible for a piece of equipment to move in such a manner. If there is one thing you have learned from this channel though, it is that when the paranormal gets involved, the impossible becomes more than possible. On October 13th of 2019, a couple were in the kitchen when one of the most absurd phenomena of their lives came to them. After the video, the woman explained that she no longer felt safe in the kitchen alone and always wanted her man in there with her, who surprisingly was not nearly as fazed. It was roughly 9 p.m. when the following footage was captured on their security camera. Take a look. The whisk managed to turn itself on without any human interaction, and this seemed very unlikely to have happened without a spirit. In order to activate the electric whisk, you would have to press down a button very hard because it was getting old and stiff. The couple could barely apply enough pressure to make it work, so it was almost impossible for something else to. Regardless of the odds though, the whisk prevailed and left the poor couple shivering. This wasn't enough to completely put them off the kitchen though, not that the next encounter wouldn't do the job.
Яйца пожарь.
If the last encounter with the spirit was not believable enough for the couple, then this one most certainly was. Not only did the stove activate itself randomly, the saucepan also moved over it, indicating that the ghost wanted to get its chef hat on. The man did come back with a very humorous response though, and it put the spirit right back into its place. He placed some eggs next to the scene, prompting it to cook them for him, almost like a servant. If that isn't an expert way to handle such a stressful situation for most, then I don't know what is. Vacation is the best part of most people's years, and it's understandable why. Traveling the world to experience new cultures, sights, and cuisines is interesting, refreshing, and fun. However, there is one key risk with taking extensive breaks: robberies. Burglars are smart and target homes of which the residents are far away, so that if they take action, it becomes highly unlikely that someone can prevent them. In our next clip, it featured a middle-aged woman whose best friends across the road were flying out to Europe from the USA. They gave her the house keys and asked for the building to be checked up on every other day, and they would return the favor once the vice versa happened, the woman going abroad. They both expected nothing to happen, and this was simply a safety precaution just in case of an event. To their dismay though, something did occur, but nothing they could have predicted.
No, no es normal eso. Ahí paró. Correte. ¿Qué es lo que hace, no? Sí, porque no es que sube y baja así desde...
Immediately after noticing that someone was in the house, the woman called 911 to report a potential robbery. The police were sent out to the building and gave it a thorough search. Nothing was missing, there was no sign of a break-in, and none of the lights ended up being turned on. The woman was fortunate to have captured a video, otherwise she would have been charged for a false report. After reviewing the footage, the police thought it must have been the shadows being casted, and the light was on because LEDs can quote-unquote glitch. I think we all know what really happened that night though. In the following video, AG, a recent university graduate, was in his house about to take a shower. He had been through a long day at his part-time job and was more than ready to quit in 2 months' time before his huge gap year where he was going to travel the entirety of Europe with his friends. This is besides the point though. AG was tired, very tired, and all he needed was a relaxing shower to take everything off his mind. Regardless of this being a necessity though, a certain spirit wasn't too chuffed with the idea. Randomly, AG heard laughter coming from all of the rooms around him, as well as several toiletry noises. From flushing toilets to dropping items, this spirit was not playing nice, and it had the man in complete confusion. In the end, he decided to pin it onto plumbing-related issues and called his local plumbing service to come and sort it out. He was a big believer in logical solutions and couldn't bring himself to see the possibility of it being a ghost. This would soon change, though. 2 days after the shower incident, AG was doing one of his main hobbies, playing the piano, when the same thing came to strike again. Have a watch.
Nggak masuk akal. Ini masih siang, masih jam 1:30.
Whilst playing, he suddenly heard a bang and went outside to investigate what it was. He was hoping that it was nothing to do with the infrastructure out there, as it needed some work doing. Fortunately for him, there was nothing there and no signs of any damage. However, all of his luck status vanished when he came back inside the house. First of all, the piano started playing on its own accord, and to make things even worse, a shirt slipped under the door in the most unnatural way possible. While all of these events officially made him terrified of the house, it wasn't enough to put him off of his piano hobby just yet though, and he went on to play for another day. Everything was okay during his next session, and nothing came of it whatsoever. However, he got too confident and started playing again after a break as small as 10 minutes. It was here that the spirit struck again. After hearing this evil kind of cackle, Eggy took a step back and really considered his life choices. Never in a million years would he have expected his piano of all things to be haunted, but he did not want to sell it. That piano was the one he used from day one. It was going to be the piece of equipment that traveled by his side from zero to hero, and he wasn't going to allow a silly ghost to ruin this. Angry, he went to his home gym to do some boxing practice. He usually practiced when mad because he could get the most out of his punches, but even this didn't act as a liable escape from the paranormal.
Ada nyala, Cok, nggak ada orang.
From the laughter to the piano, the exact same events were unfolding, and it began to seem inescapable for Eiji. This is when he decided to make the most impactful decision of his life, but not impactful in a good way. He listed his piano on eBay for a few $100s, and fortunately, it was sold and shipped very quickly. There was one thing that the buyer forgot to collect though, the spirit.
Ini jam berapa sih? 11. Jing belum keadaan nyala ya. Ya Allah.
Now at first, the woman looked exactly like Eigi's girlfriend, but on camera, she vanished out of thin air. The real question is whether or not the cause of this happened to be a camera glitch. Considering the efficiency of that thing though, it was a highly unlikely possibility. Haunted exploration is a hobby that many people enjoy, but others actually get paid for it. Yes, one of the world's many professions include documenting paranormal activity, and the person in the following video did this. It was late at night, and Wataru, a Japanese ghost hunter, decided he would spend the day exploring the old house of an ancient cult. The cult died off 5 years ago, but many said that their spirits still haunt the house to this day. Wataru was paid by a few people who were curious for answers. On his 15-minute adventure, he came across a few things, but surprisingly, not as much as the audience expected from him. Today we'll look at one of the most prominent, which definitely left him believing that despite the cult being dead, they still owned the property.
Hello. Assalamualaikum.
Hello. Welcome. Turn off the lights. Welcome.
Turn off the light.
Hello. Welcome. Hello. Welcome.
I was a child.
Hello. Welcome.
Okay. Whoa.
Welcome.
If you're outside, come on in. Show us your...
Shortly after greeting whatever could possibly have been in the room, something fell from a shelf, and this was very unnatural, considering the ground did not shake in the slightest. Paired with this, Wataru explained that he could sense a weird aura in the room, and his hairs stood up on his neck, which was a very clear sign that something of paranormal essence was there. It's safe to say that the house still hosted the cult, and Wataru made some decent money from his findings. However, he was spooked and considered quitting the job forever. We don't know if he followed through with this decision. In the following video, a man was in his house alone when an unknown entity decided to reveal its presence. It was 2 a.m. and Abdul was enjoying his night without his wife. He ate a lot of the food from the fridge and watched some television, but then he remembered he needed to iron his clothes as he had work in the afternoon of the next day. He went upstairs and grabbed the board, but it was when he came back that something shocking took place. Somehow, the board continuously moved without any human interaction, and Abdul was left completely and utterly stunned. He spectated the movement for a solid 10 seconds before deciding it was best to leave the room and go straight to bed. His wife told him off for not completing the ironing, but Abdul explained that it was more than worth it. He has never encountered anything similar since. The man in the upcoming piece of footage was actually in a similar situation to the one in the last clip, Abdul. He was called Alex, and he was home alone one night. His wife was out clubbing for one of her best friend's birthdays, and this understandably left Alex feeling quite restless and uneasy. He decided he wasn't going to sleep until she was finished up, and asked her to call if she wanted a pickup. She said she would. It reached around 1 a.m. in the morning, and Alex told his girl that if she didn't send a text by that time, he would start to get very worried, and lived up to that. He started wandering the house with his phone, begging for a phone call, but just as he was about to dial her number, the weirdest night of his life began.
Is anybody here? Oh my god, man. What the fuck? No fucking shit. Hello? I heard you. No. No fucking way. No fucking way. Oh my god, hello? And I swear I just saw a fucking shadow moving here. So what's this fucking light switch? Oh man, I'm absolutely fucking shitting myself. No. That can't be. Fuck off. Holy fucking shit. Nah, fuck this, oh no. Nah, fuck this, I'm out of here. Goodbye. Fuck this fucking...
First of all, the lights started flickering, but this could easily have been an electricity issue, so this wasn't any evidence of the paranormal. However, once Alex entered the kitchen, all hell broke loose. Literally. From cutlery flying to tables moving, Alex had no idea what on earth was going on and left the house immediately. He drove to the club to join his girl, and they stayed for another few hours before going back home. Nothing else happened when they arrived back. These security guards noticed a disturbance outside, so sent the head one, Haseb, to go and investigate. Hasib brought a walkie-talkie with him to make sure he could communicate with the others inside, who had cameras on every inch of the premises. This way, if any harm came his way, he could be notified in time to escape. He walked down the car park and looked around to see if he could find the black figure that they saw on the CCTV just moments ago. However, he didn't see anything. On the other hand though, the people on the cameras did.
Gerardo, fíjate detrás tuyo.
Perilla. Ma, usted está copiando el monitor, madre. Tira algo. ¿Salió algo ahí?
Correcto. Aquí salió algo raro. Mae. Y véngase mejor.
Todo bien.
Strangely, black figure seemingly riding a scooter could be seen behind Hasib, and the guards on the walkie-talkie quickly started shouting for him to turn around. With urgency, Hasib quickly turned to see what he was being asked to look at, but to his surprise, nothing was there. It had vanished. At first, he believed that the guards just played a trick on him, as it was a very banterful workplace. But once he came back inside, they showed him the footage. None of them can explain what happened to this day. Rachel was in her apartment on a Tuesday night when a boring day turned into an exciting one, but not the fun kind of exciting. She had experienced her first day of university lectures, and being honest with herself, she did not like it at all. Usually, when you are in a new class, it's a time to make new friends, and it turns out great. But unfortunately, she studied maths, and her class was full of antisocial people, not the best place for a good day. When she arrived back at her apartment, she kicked back and watched the new episode of her favorite show, but it didn't really go to plan because 15 minutes in, something crazy began.
Okay, hi. Sorry, I'm just watching something, but literally, hold on. There's no electricity in our place right now, okay? Turned it off, but I swear, shite. Okay, this door, Jesus, has been doing this literally all day. And look, it's shite. Oh my god. Okay, looking out. Hello? What the fuck? Hold on. I'm going out there. Hold on, there's no light. Oh, I turned the flash on because I couldn't see shite out there. I have my effing mace. It's on. Okay. I swear. Blood of Jesus. Jesus. Oh my gosh, Jesus. always moves because of the wind. I'm not really worried about that. Hello? It's just like mad dark if I don't. Oh shit. Jesus, hold on. No. Fuck that. No.
Repetitively, the door started to bang and it really annoyed Rachel. She stood up to go and see what it was, but to her dismay, there was no one once she opened the door. On top of this, whilst she was standing in the corridor, a strange noise echoed down which freaked her out enough to turn back into her living room. This was the day that she found out her room was haunted. Sometimes in life, people find themselves in the perfect place at the perfect time. The stars seemingly align, and something excellent happens out of the blue. However, on the flip side of that, others find themselves in the wrong place at the wrong time. Everything seems to go horribly at one specific moment, and there is seemingly nothing you can do about it. The feeling that the office worker in the following video was forced to endure. It was roughly 2 p.m. on a Wednesday, and Paul was doing a shift in the factory. He decided to visit the leisure room on his 15-minute break. Little did he know that something else was waiting for him there. Weirdly, as he entered the room, everything started to act up around him, with the most notable thing being the chair moving. He instantly sprinted out of the room to safety, but this is when things started to get much more severe. The lights on the other side of the door began to flicker, and eventually it opened and closed by its own accord. This was a very creepy day for Paul, and his boss granted him a week holiday upon checking the security cameras for evidence of the incident. Nothing like this has happened in the building since. During the day, Riley, the creator of the upcoming clip, had a very normal life. He worked at a local restaurant and was in a happy relationship with his girlfriend, Becca. They both lived together in an apartment, and it was quite big for that status. It had 4 rooms, with each being rather spacious, the dream place of residence for a couple that young. At night, Becca had a job she needed to attend at their local McDonald's, which she would do for 7 hours. She usually left the house at 9 p.m. and came back home at 4 a.m., a schedule that no one would dream of. Unfortunately for Riley though, every time she left the house something else came in, and the upcoming piece of footage captured what he had to go through every time Becca left for work. Suddenly, as Riley was fast asleep, a repetitive noise started happening, and he stood up to see what it was. To his dismay, the door handle kept shaking, and he didn't know what to do about it. At one point, it even went as far as locking. Once whatever was causing this stopped, Riley was out for blood and he exited his room, searching for the cause. Just like every other night this happened, he found no one and decided to hide it from his girlfriend so she didn't get scared. He still endures it to this day, but is very close to snapping and contacting his local church for help. In the following video, which took place in Russia, a man was having a drink when something absolutely absurd happened. He explained after the event that he had no idea how to respond to it and didn't want to live in his house for any longer. You wouldn't blame him if you saw what happened, which you're about to. It occurred at 11:16 on a Friday morning and left the poor man confused for weeks. Have a watch. The cupboard somehow opened without any visible cause and spilled some of its contents, specifically mugs, onto the floor. What made this the next level of odd was that the mugs didn't smash. They were made from the same material that every mug is, and we all know that if you drop one of those things from such a height, it would certainly shatter upon impact. Perhaps the ghost guided them down instead of actually dropping them. We'll never really know because we couldn't see it in action. On January 26th of 2022, a peculiar video was uploaded to YouTube by the user Hobgoblin Channel. The video sparked so much controversy that it received a yellow flag from YouTube in its early days of release. But shortly after appealing, it was allowed to be shown in all regions across the world. It featured two men who worked in a power center in India. One of them was the boss of the place, whilst the other was giving him some new information on how a new project was going. But that information couldn't have been more irrelevant after what happened next. Surprisingly, after watching such a strange phenomenon happen in front of their very own eyes, the duo decided to carry on working. They had a huge day in front of them and thought that brushing such a minuscule event under the shoulder would do way more good than harm. They were wrong. All it did was incentivize the spirit behind the act to continue. The chairs moved for a second time, except this time around the men weren't taking any second chances. They got out of the room as quickly as they could, and the boss used some of the company's budget to hire ghost hunters to clear the property. The report was never made public, but we can only hope that all the workers in the place turned out to be okay. Hospitals, despite being the most helpful places imaginable, are also the most miserable. They are full of people who are in pain and suffering, eagerly waiting their turn to be treated, whilst watching other people ahead of them in line getting served. They are not a nice place to be at all. That just goes for normal hospitals though. Abandoned ones are on a whole different level. In the following video, a group of teenage boys asked their parents if they could quote-unquote play outside, but what they did instead was much more dangerous. They decided to explore an entire abandoned hospital to see what would happen, and they didn't regret it, until they checked one of the snaps they sent to a friend.
Familia, estamos aquí en el hospital Felipe. Son las... ¿Qué hora es, familia? ¿Qué hora es? La 1:08. La 1:08.
While they were in the hospital, they didn't actually notice this, but at 34 seconds, another figure could be seen ahead of them before it vanished into thin air. They were extremely fortunate that their friend pointed this out to them, and they vowed to never pay that place a second visit. First time lucky, second time not so. An apparition is a clear sighting of a ghost. Unlike normal encounters, where something invisible torments you, apparition sightings are when the spirit makes itself completely visible to the human eye, and they are much creepier than any other paranormal event, with many people who would back that claim up. This clip showcases an apparition captured on the highway, and I'll leave it up to you to give me your thoughts in the comments. Remember to subscribe while you're lurking down there as well. In the middle of the road was seemingly a human, and the driver panicked because they were way too close to slow down in time. They planned on quickly turning around them in the last moments, but were shocked when the figure vanished from thin air. Fortunately, the passenger happened to be recording during this event, because for some reason the dashcam didn't pick up the same image. A very strange scenario indeed. Anthony, an Englishman who supports the famous club Arsenal, was home watching their recent highlights. He couldn't afford to subscribe to the channels that stream the Premier League matches, so he always had to watch the goals afterwards. Although he was adamant that after he got out of university, this would no longer be the case. He lived in a small apartment, which had served him well for just under a year. However, during recent times, he encountered some pretty strange things. From noises to things moving in the corner of his eye, he knew that something was up. The only question was what. After a bit of contemplating, Anthony decided to take out his camera and attempt to capture something weird for the world to see. Did he succeed? Well, you'll have to watch to find out.
So, excuse the mess, I'm sorting the room out, there's trash everywhere. But I've been sat here watching my Arsenal highlights for the 19,000th time. And just stuff is moving, right? So this has moved. I thought it was because maybe one of the things is stuck in the blinds, and I closed the blinds, but that was one thing. The bike then fell, and I haven't touched this bike for like 3 weeks. It's not like this is propped up against the wall. The saddle wasn't. It's always been like that, and it just kind of rolled back. And I thought, okay, maybe the pedal slipped, but again, not on the wall. Then this bag kind of twitched in the corner of my eye. I'm pretty sure it did anyway, obviously watching telly, so I wasn't paying attention. And I'm just kind of now trying, I tried to film other stuff when the bike moved, and I deleted that video because nothing happened. But I'm just, trying to see if I'm going mad and want to catch something. I've noticed things in this flat for quite a while, but I've always put them down to like neighbours' noise or whatever it might be. But this is the first time I've kind of actually seen things move. But yeah, so I don't really know. I want something to move, and I also don't want something to move. If anything is here, please, by all means, feel free to move something. Move one of the leaves here, move one of the leaves there, I don't know, whatever you want to move. Move the bike again, or the remote here. Don't be scared. Although I am a little bit scared. It's one of those horrible situations where you kind of want to fuck off. There is no fucking way. I'm so glad I got that on recording. Oh, I'm coughing all of a sudden. Holy shit. Oh my god, I can't believe I actually got that on film. Please move it again. You've done that much. Please feel free to move it again. This, by the way, has been propped up here for ages. This has not been moved. This never moved before. Fucking hell, like I'm actually shaking a little bit. Sorry for swearing, by the way. Oh my god. I'm so happy that I've just got that on tape. And like this, this isn't like attached to anything. Like there's nothing attached to it. Like I haven't kicked it, I haven't moved anything. It's been, I don't know how it was now, but it's been kind of propped up for a long time. I'm gonna lay it down a bit more. Holy shit. I fucking knew, I absolutely knew that I had a feeling, and I can't even speak. I knew that something was going to happen. I don't know why I'm suddenly coughing. I just knew something was going to happen. Oh my fucking god. I don't know, I kind of want to keep filming. I know something's going to happen again, I can just tell. That's the fourth thing now. But yeah, at least I'm not going insane.
After beckoning the ghost to do so, it dropped his guitar, which was the worst possible thing it could have tampered with. That guitar had been there for a long time without falling, and the fact it fell so suddenly and at such a perfect time could not have been a coincidence. There was definitely a spirit in his room, and he was fortunate that there was an empty room 1 story above to move into for the same rent. Coincidentally, as this couple were watching a spooky film featuring a doll in their house decided to stick to the theme. It was 11 p.m. on a Saturday night, and Saturday was allocated as movie night in the household belonging to the couple. The week before, the woman chose to watch a romantic film, which the man found extremely boring, and since this time around it was his choice, he decided to get his revenge and choose horror. After the following happened, though, I bet he regretted his decision dearly.
And of the Son, and the Holy Spirit, by this sign of the Holy Cross of our Lord Jesus Christ, who lives and reigns with the Father and the Holy Spirit. Damien!
It's not even scary.
It is scary.
No.
You killed your mother!
You killed your mother! You killed your mother! You killed...
Coincidentally, as the doll was being creepy on screen, the one behind the woman moved. At first, it left the man speechless, but the second time was enough to make even him, who didn't fear most, get up and scream. They brought the doll to the tip that same night. The following video came from the CCTV footage captured in a hotel and was noticed by Paul, a security officer at the facility. This hotel was unlike most others and was specifically designed to cater for elderly, near-death residents who needed a place to stay for a cheap cost closer to their relatives. Outside of the hotel is a graveyard where family members of loved ones who passed away in the hotel could optionally bury them. It was this place that caused the haunting you are about to witness.
Oh, and it says they hang out and dwell around graveyards. And you know the story on that, right? When Mike hired those 2 native spiritual people to come here and do their stuff, they said it's not the hotel that's haunted, it's the graveyard. Oh. So this service road here where Danny and I used to park, that's the old Stony Plain Road. Do you really think they, when they dug up all the bodies here, that was a good one, moved them over to the graveyard?
They dug up the bodies and what?
Before this hotel...
It doesn't take a zoom in to see the spirit gliding across the corridors by the chairs, acting as a perfect example for what Paul was talking about. Over the past few months, the hotel had been bringing in native men who claimed to be able to cleanse places of spirits, and the staff weren't told why this was. It was at this moment that they managed to piece 2 and 2 together. However, this could have still been a one-off situation where the security camera bugged out or something of the sort. Paul was going to need more evidence if he was to convince the outside world. It was only a matter of time before he obtained this.
See him?
Yeah. I saw it.
Hey, Noel. What's up?
Oh yeah, I see it again.
Yeah, let's try and sit in the chair. Sometimes he'll stay there for a minute.
He is. How do you know this?
Well, because Danny and I caught him earlier when Danny was in the games room locking up. I freaked the fuck out because I saw it. And then I tried to do a video review to record it, and it wouldn't let me.
Why is it still there?
Well, because if you read about it, they get caught in a vortex. And they linger around for...
Strangely, the ghost sat back down on the chair before the smoke vanished once again. Very weird. Paul visited his boss after capturing the incident and let him know about it. But unsurprisingly, he wasn't surprised. He revealed that the native men were in fact there to rid a ghost from his property, and he had seen it several times at night. On a Sunday evening sometime last year, a man called Jorge was home all by himself when he decided to record a video to his small fan base. He had wanted to be a full-time influencer for years now, but never made any real progress. He would wake up, go to his job at the local store, come home and make videos, but he just couldn't do it anymore. For roughly 2 weeks, he started planning a short script to read out to his fans, to let them know that it was officially the end of his content creation journey, but clearly someone or something wanted him to stay.
So, I am a little exhausted, but I have been doing things back and forth. I have not been having any rest. I've been up and down. So I've been taking care of things around the house, and yeah, I've been. Guys, this is not something that I'm fucking making up. You fucking see this shit? There's literally nobody in here, guys. Literally nobody. You gotta be fucking with me, huh? This is fucking ridiculous. This is fucking insane. Oh, fuck.
Somehow, items in the kitchen started moving by themselves, and Jorge was taken very aback by this. He quickly walked out of the room and sat in the living room, contemplating what happened, until eventually he concluded his thoughts. It was a sign for him to continue pursuing content creation. Ever since Jorge convinced himself that this is what that was, he hasn't missed an upload since. In a previous video on the channel, we've looked at footage captured by Roland With Me, a YouTuber known for going out of his way to catch spirits in their acts. In this 2-hour-long video, he and his friend Omar decided it would be fun to visit some of the scariest places in America, and every single one of them was haunted. During their journey, they caught several crazy pieces of content and compiled all of the clips into a montage. We're going to take a look at 3 of the most prominent. This first one took place in the living room of the haunted house at around 11 p.m. It's important to note that the clock had been there for over 10 years and was broken, which is the reason for the time being incorrect.
If there is a spirit here that is shaking this clock, let me know. And why are you messing with my clock? Let me know that you are here. Show me some kind of sign. Do something. Did you just make the clock move? Alright, Alright, what was that? Alright, that clock just literally moved. Did you just make the clock move? Show me a sign. Do something. Holy f***. Alright, that time, holy sh**.
Not only did the clock vibrate while suspended on the wall, its hands also spun around very quickly, which made no sense considering the batteries were out. This was nothing compared to some of the other phenomena Roland was going to experience though, and it only got worse from there. After exploring the living room, Roland decided to go to the entrance of the building and investigate if that area of the house was at all active. His friend Omar claimed that it was the easiest part of the building to walk through and that they wouldn't find anything there. However, this statement was proven wrong very fast.
What in the hell? I know that was not just open. That was shut.
Strangely, Roland started to hear several noises coming from the kitchen, despite his friend, being the only person on this mission with him, being right by his side. With such a high rate of activity in that house, the duo left it very quickly because they managed to obtain enough content for their video at a rapid rate. The next place they visited is the last that anyone would have expected though, Roland's house. If you've watched some other videos of mine in the past, you'd know that Roland's house is extremely haunted, and it does make sense. From the sheer amount of haunted locations he has visited, it's bound for a few of the spirits he encountered to follow him home. The specific clip you're about to see was caught on a camera and took place 4 minutes after Roland and Omar arrived. This spirit must have loved the lavish lifestyle because it was turning the sports car on and off fast. Due to the horror movie scene, grandfather-style clocks are often connected with ghosts and evil, no matter the size. The clock in the clip you're about to see was in this style, and although it may have looked tiny, the fear it could instill into someone was massive. This is about to be proved. The video was recorded in Germany by Jürgen. He had a regular life, working a 9 to 5 and enjoying his evenings with his mates. However, what was about to happen in front of his very own eyes took the regular out of that sentence.
Leute, ich schwöre euch bei Gott, diese Tür von dieser Uhr, ne? Die ist eben einfach aufgegangen. Ich wollte mich gerade schlafen legen, auf einmal ist die aufgegangen. Die ganzen Tage ist die nicht aufgegangen und jetzt gerade hat die sich einfach geöffnet, Digga. Bro, ich kack mir in die Hose fast. Wenn hier irgendwas in diesem Raum ist, dann macht diese Tür auf. Wenn hier irgendein Geist oder so drin ist und du mich hören kannst, dann mach diese Tür auf. Bro, ich schwöre bei Gott, ich schwöre auf meine Mutter, hier ist keine Schnur oder so, nicht, dass ihr denkt, ich verarsche euch, Bruder. Guck mal. Guck mal. Hier ist keine Schnur, nix, ich schwöre auf meine Mutter. Gar nichts. Ich hab Gänsehaut, Bruder. Gänsehaut und
Now, it doesn't take a German speaker to understand what was going on in this video. Despite being sealed, the clock door opened on its own accord, and Jürgen was very fortunate to have filmed the event take place. If he hadn't, then no one would have believed his story, and the clock would still be on the wall to this day. In reality, his girlfriend allowed him to trash it. You may be wondering why this fully grown woman is lying on her bed looking terrified whilst recording her verdict. Don't worry, you'll get your answer. She is called Celeste and recently moved out from her parents into her own rented home. It was a small place, perfect for Celeste, especially since it was local and in case of an emergency, her father or mother could come and help out. When they offered this help, they assumed nothing would happen and they just said it to be nice. Little did they know that just 2 weeks after Celeste moved into the house, an emergency would come, especially one that they couldn't handle. The house had no paranormal background and had great reviews from everyone who called it home. The landlord was extremely proud of it and kept it well. He wasn't a priest though. Of course, a spirit sneaked its way in.
Plebes, no me lo van a creer, pero otra vez son... La neta me estoy muriendo de miedo. Sí, me ven la cara así, pero neta me estoy muriendo de miedo. Es la 1:33, otra vez, de la madrugada. Y se escuchan otra vez cosas. Pero no lo grabé, pues no, o sea, tampoco voy a estar grabando de que no mames. Pero no lo grabé. Pero otra vez se escuchan cosas. Pero la neta, no mames, no sé qué voy a hacer. Ahorita. No. No mames, no sé qué hacer ya, no sé qué hacer. O sea, literal se escuchó donde abrieron una puerta. Le tengo que poner seguro a la puerta de esto. Se lo juro que estoy temblando. No me lo van a creer. Estoy temblando. En las piernas estoy... No mames. ¿Qué pido? Yo creo que... Ay, no. Pero ya me da miedo ir a grabar, la verdad. Pero estoy acostada aquí. Literal no hay nadie. No sé qué voy a hacer. Me da miedo ir a ver.
For some peculiar reason, Celeste could hear a series of sounds coming from inside, and this obviously freaked her out. She immediately assumed that a burglar had found their way inside the 4 walls, but fortunately, this wasn't the case. The real scenario was arguably on the same level of severity though. How did she find out what the real scenario was, you may be wondering? Well, she decided that the best option from here was to search the house with no weapon.
Me da miedo. Puta madre. Ni modo. No mames. Eso no estaba tirado ahorita. El cereal se supone que estaba allá arriba. No mames, la neta, no mames. No, vete a la verga. Please, en serio.
Despite the box of food being placed on the fridge once she arrived home, Celeste walked into the room to find it on the floor. This wasn't the bad thing though. There was absolutely no trace of a break-in, meaning that whatever did this was still there. Definitely a ghost. Instantly after finding out that her first house was haunted, Celeste called her parents to pick her up and sent a letter to the landlord explaining she was leaving. She had to pay a decent fee for exiting the house with such a short notice, but in her eyes, it was more than worth the cost. On July 21st of 2024 in Spain, Juan was chilling out in his bedroom when he was taken by surprise by a series of events he would never forget. He explained after this incident that he would never go to sleep without a nightlight ever again, and the darkness now scares him. He gets called childish.
Mi gente, miren, me encuentro en mi casa. Miren que no hay absolutamente nada. Y me encuentro como medio raro. No sé qué es lo que está pasando. Pero en verdad, no sé qué es lo que está pasando, mi gente, en mi casa hoy. Miren, señores, miren. Me siento como que no sé, como que hay algo raro en mi habitación hoy. Por favor, necesito que me ayuden. Hoy siento esto. Miren, estoy solo en mi casa. Miren, estoy solo en mi casa, papá Dios. Y siento como que se mueve toda la cosa. Oh, Dios mío, se apagó la luz. Necesito a alguien que me ayude. Oh, Dios mío. Señores, ¿quién está viendo esto? Por favor, compártanlo. Miren, estoy solo en mi habitación, pero siento como no sé, como que se caen las cosas. Oh, papá Dios. Señores, miren. La sangre de Cristo tiene poder. La sangre de Cristo tiene poder, señores. Recuerden que me encuentro aquí en mi casa, mi gente, en el cementerio, Cristo Redentor.
In fairness, I don't know anybody who wouldn't be in fear of the dark after experiencing such a horrible 5 minutes. Once the saga was over, Juan made sure to pick up every single item that moved and load them into a skip that he hired for a week. He then paid some people to take the skip to the local tip and have every last piece of it burned. In total, there was around 900's worth of clothes put into the skip, but Juan didn't care. That type of money was more than enough to get a ghost out of his life. Setting up cameras in the room of your child is a very popular thing to do nationwide, as parents are in the constant struggle to make sure their children are safe. Most of the time, the craziest thing they catch on these cameras is a baby trying to escape their crib, but sometimes things can get much worse. Meet the Hursts, a young family with one child to their name called Layla. The two parents cared for Layla extremely well and wouldn't wish anything negative to come her way, but clearly a certain spirit disagreed.
Oh my God!
What's the matter?
I just want to sleep with you now.
God, what? What's the matter?
Now at first, it was very difficult to see what the problem was here, and it was presumably just a nightmare. However, once the father of the family decided to spend hours scanning the footage to try and find out what upset his little girl, he found the face of a woman right next to the wardrobe. Extremely spooky. This figure could have very easily been crafted by shadows, though as we all know that when people are paranoid, their imagination can run wild. This time that wasn't the case though. For those of you with no idea what orbs are, they are small particles similar to dust that orbit a ghost. In short, if orbs are seen somewhere, then a spirit was in that room. From that night forward, Layla only slept with her parents, and this still stands to date. On December 30th of 2023, a terrifying night happened for a newfound couple. This couple had been dating for just 6 months when they decided they wanted a baby, and 9 months later led to the upcoming recording. One night they heard their baby making noises, as if it was uncomfortable, and the wife prompted the husband to check their baby cam. They were very fortunate to have done so, because if they didn't come to check up on the baby soon enough, things could have gotten much worse. Take a look. That is one of the most disturbing videos on this channel due to how young the victim actually was. The spirit didn't even have the decency to be gentle. It completely tugged the poor boy. Now, it's unusual that we tell a story in unchronological order on this channel, but in order to get true context for the baby video, we'd need to review a clip uploaded by the same family 8 days prior. Have a watch. Unsettling noises could be heard in the baby's room, and the parents just nudged it off as the construction workers next door caused a commotion. If only they acted sooner, maybe the first clip would never have happened. In the following video, a woman called Natasha was in her garden enjoying the fire pit, whilst her husband was out working when one of the worst sequences of events happened to her. It was around 11 p.m. when all of this kicked off, and the fact she was alone added a lot to the scare factor. In her first capture, she does apologize for the lack of sound, as she used a high-tech camera device that she didn't know how to use properly. The lack of sound is made up with strange visuals though, and I'm very surprised she was able to hold herself back from running away. If we look closely in the window in the top right, something white could be seen on the other side, and according to Natasha, it wasn't there beforehand. Now, this obviously freaked her out, but it was nothing compared to what was moments away from happening. The clip before could have easily been the reflection of the moon, or something along those lines, but unfortunately, this next one has no excuse.
The camera just shut off. I'm genuinely like sitting here by myself. There's no one here. What the fuck? And I don't know. I'm hearing a bunch of shit, and I feel like there's shit all around me. Nobody here, and that thing in the window is gone. The freaking blanket. Did you just see that? Fuck this shit. And I'm like literally chilling outside trying to have a nice fire and shit. And blankets. Look at that. Look at that. Dude, there's fucking nothing over here. There's fucking nothing over there, dude. That's fucking nuts.
As weird as this may have been, the blanket slowly glided off the couch in a very unnatural way. We all know that wind has the power to move things, but this was far beyond comprehension. It's safe to say that something or someone was around the fire with Natasha that night, but the spooky thing is that she'll never know who. On April 16th of 2021, a YouTuber known as Sylvia C decided to upload one of the creepiest videos ever to her channel. Not only were the things she recorded creepy, but her reaction was also very disturbing and genuine, making this a very hard watch for many. It happened at an unknown time, but was definitely late at night when Sylvia was watching television. However, this common evening leisure was interrupted very quickly.
Hi guys, still activity in the kitchen. Guys, I heard things happening in the kitchen again. That cutlery's moving. I saw that tin was moving. I saw that tin move. Oh my god, that one's just moved. Just put it in the kitchen. Why are you moving things again? Oh, I better get out. Please don't move any cutlery. Please don't throw a knife. Spirit. Oh my god. Let's just shut that door. Washing machine. Oh, spirit in the kitchen. What? Oh no, guys, let's just move that chair. Oh god, I can't take it. Oh god, guys, I'm so scared.
Once she entered the kitchen, a ton of things started moving around on their own accord. These items included knives, tins, and the washing machine, and it's impossible for all three of those things to move alone. Instinctively, Sylvia walked out of the kitchen to try and escape the ghost, but it wouldn't be long before it lured her back in with more noises. Roughly 15 minutes after the first batch of movement, Sylvia started to hear more things moving around and decided to go and investigate it again. This was a decision that she would most definitely go on to regret. Take a look.
Put the camera on, close. Lights are moving in the kitchen. I'm scared to go through in case. Come upstairs in my room
This time, plates from the drying rack started jumping onto the floor, and in fear, Sylvia ran to her room and started smoking a cigarette. Now, regardless of the torment she faced that night, she was in a difficult situation and had no choice but to remain in this house for at least another week. Fortunately, she had a few days of peace after these two events, but it wouldn't be long before the spirit made its return.
Right guys, I've just put the camera on because the kettle's went on again. I've heard things in the kitchen again. And that plate's moving again. Oh my god, guys. Oh guys. Oh! Oh! Why are you doing this to me?
Unlike the other two events she witnessed, this time an item got launched directly at her, and she was very lucky to have not been hit by the plate. After this, Sylvia was just about done with these shenanigans and contacted her local priest to come and bless the house, or do something along those lines. Luckily, he listened since she had gathered enough evidence for him. It's unknown what happened after that, but all we can do is hope that Sylvia is okay. The upcoming couple were struggling to get to sleep at night, and this wasn't a new occurrence for them. Over the last few weeks, they had felt something off about their room and couldn't quite pinpoint what was causing it. The video you're about to witness was the night that they truly discovered what was wrong, and this definitely wasn't a good thing.
So guys, it is 2:30 in the morning. I'm trying to sleep. Just last night, the night before, there was some paranormal activities going on. And also this night, I also cannot sleep. My wife is here sleeping next to me. And fucking, I don't, like, hold on. You hear that?
Yeah. What the hell is that?
I don't fucking know, baby.
What the fuck?
Hold on, everybody, look at this. Look at this. Shine over there, baby, shine.
What the fuck is that?
Shine, baby.
What the fuck
Let me see.
is that?
Oh, shit. shit! Baby!
What
baby.
the fuck? What the fuck?
Oh shit! Oh shit, baby! Baby, stop. Stop, baby, stop. Just hold on. Wait a minute. How the f did that just swing by? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Strangely, their fan glided across the room without anyone else in there, and the man's wife was lying right next to him, so it couldn't have been her. As well as this, a bunch of items fell from the shelf right next to them, which was enough to send both of them into a state of panic. Luckily, though, the man dug out some bravery. After some convincing, he managed to get his wife to get out of bed and investigate the house to see if they could get any more clues as to what was doing this to them. This was the worst decision they could have possibly made, and here's why.
And baby, you gotta... Hold on, baby.
Let's get out of here.
Baby, let's get up. Let's get up. Let's see what the fuck's going on. Baby, I'm scared. Don't be scared. Just be with me, okay? Just come on, let's get up. Get up to bed. Slowly. Okay, just slowly. Baby, don't be scared. All right?
Okay.
Hold on, just one at a time. One at a time. Wait. Baby, come on. Come on. Okay. Get up with me. Get up with me. Just get up with me, baby. Get up with me. Please. Hold up, wait up. Oh, shine. Okay. Hold on. No, stay with me. Stay with me. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on, baby.
You get me out of here.
Wait, hold on, baby. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. This whole book just fell. This whole book. Hold on. Baby, I don't know what the fuck is that.
Baby.
Hold on. Hold on, baby. It's on. Hold on. Shine over there. Make sure there is nothing. Hold on, baby. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Shine. Hold on. Get away from me, baby. Get away from me. Here, hold on. Come, stay by me. Okay, stay by me. I don't even dare to go over there, baby.
Baby, I'm so scared.
Baby, hold on. Let's just walk over there. Come on, let's go. Hold on. Oh shit, baby.
What the fuck, baby?
Oh shit, baby. Hold on, baby. Hold on.
Baby, get me out of here.
Hold on, baby. Hold on. Wait a minute, baby. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. It's a kid.
Baby, I don't want to stay here tonight.
I don't either, baby. Hold on. Just bear with me, okay, baby?
After doing the right thing and checking on their kids, they went into the kitchen to see what was going on in there. In this room, a ton of things started moving by themselves, and the door to the laundry room opened, as if trying to lure them into it. Stupidly, the man gave in to the temptation and beckoned his wife to come in with him, but to his fortune, she steered him away. After this, they awoke their kids and told them they were sleeping at their grandma's tonight, and off the family went. The house got sold, and they moved very quickly. They are now living safely in a cottage and haven't experienced anything alike since. In the following video, a very enthusiastic and positive girl was getting ready to watch a movie with some orange juice and popcorn when a creepy disturbance stopped her in her path. She was singing and running around the house happy as ever, but clearly the spirit she was about to encounter didn't appreciate her joy and took it upon itself to end it there and then.
Watch a movie. Gonna get some juice first. Gonna get some juice for my movie. Gonna get some juice. Orange juice. Give me this orange juice. Gonna get some popcorn. Okay. Oh. Hello? Alrighty then. No way. Oh, no, orange juice, no. Open.
In this 1 minute long clip, many things take it upon themselves to move, and the girl singing was very obviously scared by this. However, due to her positivity, she was able to still run to her room and enjoy the movie that night. Since the ghost wasn't able to crack the girl this night though, it decided to take the challenge, and it wouldn't be long before it showed itself again to try and truly frighten the girl. It was roughly 2 days after the orange juice incident, and the same girl decided to visit her best friend after finishing college and her part-time job that day. It had been a really stacked morning and afternoon, so it was only right that she treated herself to some fun at the end of it. However, she managed to get there before her friend even arrived home, and clearly the ghost thought this was a good opportunity to keep the house guest entertained.
So I decided to visit my best friend after work today, and I got here before they did, and there's literally, I walked in here and like something started knocking on the back door back there. You can hear it. Stop! Now, okay, so you might think it might be the neighbor or something, or like a dog or something at the door, but look. We're on the 2nd floor. And there's like literally nobody. There's like nobody here. And I'm by myself. We were done with this crap. Okay.
Strangely, the knocks were very fast and unnatural, and after investigating the other side of the door, it's very unlikely that a human could have been doing the knocking, but it had to be something. The girl speculates that it was the second appearance of what she nicknamed the orange juice ghost, and for once she was actually in fear. After this event, she decided to stop feeding the ghost attention and called it quits on uploading her sightings to social media. It's unknown whether this worked or not, and it likely never will be. These two girls were at a sleepover together and wanted to record some TikToks to show their friends how much fun they were having. It was roughly 2:30 a.m. in the morning when they filmed this video, and everything was going well until this point. The video captured a very odd sighting, but it was so discreet that the girls didn't even notice it until running the video back. Once they realized they caught something so strange on camera, they showed their mother, who uploaded it to TikTok for us all to see. Have a look.
This is my daughter and her friend. Please watch closely between them. No one else was up in my home. Look between them right now.
As we can clearly see, a shadow figure glided in between the two girls, which was creepy to say the least. The odd thing is that since it was in the past, they couldn't do anything about it, and the entire family was left completely lost. The following video was captured using the CCTV at a daycare and caught a very strange event unfolding. Usually when ghosts decide to haunt someone, they will move things and make noises to torment their victims, but they never become physical or break anything of value. At least not for most people. In the spine-tingling content you're about to see, a group of children were in the playroom being monitored by the security guard when they zoomed into something surprisingly weird. Take a look.
John, how is it doing that? John, how is it doing that? But wait, John, it's about to break on its own. It's gonna break on its own.
You have to watch it until it breaks. That's when I start crying.
Watch, John. Are you watching this thing? Yeah. It's not moving. No. Oh, in there. No, watch. Watch, John. Watch.
That hurts so bad.
Nobody listens to me. There's ghosts in here. Nobody listens to me.
Watch it.
It's about to go crazy and break. It's still moving, y'all! It's still moving! It's still moving!
If it floats in the air and goes for the child, I'm gonna freak out.
And then it just moves. It's so good. It just came out. It's chill. My hand's shaking. I can't.
How's this funny?
It's like this or like this. It's not like poor Brooke. Get in the path of the demon.
She's like, maybe I should put my feet on the table.
I feel like I need to go away from this screen.
Oh my gosh.
What in the world?
When you record this stuff out loud, we need to make it the way we're gonna do it. We should send to the scary 100 people. Nobody listens to me. There's ghosts in this building, and nobody listens to me. I don't know if it's demons. I don't know if it's ghosts, but there's something in this building.
Because I'm telling you, like we've seen, 8 years, stuff has just disappeared.
Somehow, the cue started moving by itself and eventually smacked the table, which broke it into 2 pieces. For some reason, the children were not fazed by this, but the adults most definitely were. If you can come up with any logical reason for this happening, then let me know in the comments, but I'm certain it was the act of a spirit. Hamza was a young freelancer who was paid to go on ghost hunting missions, specifically ones who wanted them erased rather than detected. He had spent 13 years researching spirits and was a strong believer that he knew how to deal with them effectively. This is why so many people chose to pay him to do so. However, some spirits are much different than others, and perhaps Hamza had no experience with the type he was about to encounter because he handled it very poorly.
Uy, no mames, ¿qué fue eso? ¿Hay alguien? ¿Qué fue eso, amigos? ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Qué fue eso? Oye, alguien corre, alguien corre, alguien corre. Alguien está corriendo. ¿Hay alguien aquí? Miren, aquí hay puertas, como que alguien quitó la puerta. ¿Hay alguien aquí? Uy, 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 se acaba de mover esto, amigos.
In case you didn't know, one of the worst ways a human can react to a ghost moving something is with fear, because all that does is empower the creature even more. Spirits, especially demons, feed off the fear of their victims, and Hamza fed it exactly what it wanted, hence why the next event happened.
Amigos, se acaba de mover esto. Y esto se movió. ¿En dónde estás? ¿Dónde estás? Queremos verte. Se acaba de mover esto. Uy, 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 uy. Uy, uy, uy. Uy, uy. Ahí está caminando, amigos. Ahí está caminando, ahí está caminando. Ahí está caminando. ¿Hay alguien? Uy, me caigo. ¿Hay alguien aquí? Si estás aquí, quiero que te manifiestes. Uy, ¿qué fue eso? ¿Qué es eso?
Again, he made his inner fear very apparent here, and no wonder the mission came out as a failure, and he didn't make any money from it. It was a very odd experience for Hamza because he never got afraid of paranormal activity, but he kept reminding himself that maybe this creature was demonic, and that was a step too far. Some of the videos that you see on this channel can come off as so unbelievable that even I can't convince you otherwise. In the next clip, this may be the case at the start, but one segment changes everything. It was filmed on January 12th of 2017 and featured a bouncy ball in the decoration of a basketball. It's safe to say that something was wrong with it, and you are about to find out what.
Ahora también se hizo basquetbolista, ¿viste? Ahora también se hizo basquetbolista. Creo que biencito se ve. Andá esa que está moviendo. Andá esa que está moviendo, te digo. No se sabe quién es, bro. Mira, mira. Qué lo parió, ¿eh?
At first, the video seemed like a normal one. Balls are spherical, so of course they were going to roll around if placed onto a black tabletop. However, the way in which they did so was very unnatural. First of all, it constantly stopped and restarted, which shouldn't be possible. When the ball came to a complete standstill, A force must have been applied to make it move in a given direction again. On top of this, it started spinning in circles, which again shouldn't have been possible without the interference of another force. Was that force a spirit? Most definitely yes. This doctor had just finished prescribing one of his patients when he managed to secure an extra 30-minute break for being way ahead of schedule. He decided that instead of utilizing his break to the maximum though, he would use it to help some of the other doctors around the clinic by taking items to them and general help along those lines. No wonder he was awarded Employee of the Month so frequently. On this specific day though, I bet he regretted his kind actions because despite being a star for his peers, he put himself at the risk of a paranormal attack. Weirdly, a ton of items started collapsing around him, and his transportation tray moved by its own accord. This freaked the poor doctor out, and he quickly went to report the situation to the office, who reassured him they would look into it as he was such a valuable member of staff. We got no extra updates after this point. The Paranormal Team is a global group who investigate paranormal activity around the world. The group you're about to spectate on their journey was located in the United Kingdom and were posting content different from usual. The typical post on their YouTube channel would be the exploration of a famous haunted place, such as abandoned buildings and hospitals. However, in the one you are about to see, it was filmed in one of their friends' homes. Dave and Jen were a couple who were convinced that they had been experiencing paranormal activity over the past few months, and they were fortunate to have been friends with the Northern Paranormal Team of the UK. On the other hand though, they were unfortunate with what the team discovered.
Hi gang, we're at Jed and Dave's house doing another investigation because things have been seen here last year when we was up here. It was quite creepy, so we're just going to do another investigation now, a little one. See what we can find.
We're using the night vision camera on the SLS, so that's why they're still behind me, because we don't want to keep mapping them.
Exactly.
We want to see what we can map ourselves.
Just have a look around the room, Dave, you never know. We caught some orbs in here last time we was up here.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see some orbs now.
Yeah. You never know.
We're back.
It's stuck on two of the K2 meter.
K2, what was
yeah,
that?
we've got Jed behind us doing the K2 and he's got a couple of lights on it, you know, so we don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, all we can do is just keep going
so
past and see. Whoa!
What the hell? Did I just see something or am I imagining that?
I don't know, let's go.
What the hell? I don't know. To me it looked like a face. Dave?
I thought I saw something.
That was really quick,
That was
really
that.
spooky.
That was.
I don't know, it seemed like a face, but I could be wrong, I won't say for definite.
What a face?
Yeah.
It seemed like one, yeah.
I don't talk bollocks. See the face?
I don't know, we'll have to look back on the video.
We'll have to review it, but that was really weird.
I just thought I saw something.
Peer around the door.
Peering, yeah, peering on the door.
Well, this is stuck on two.
I know we've got a towel here.
Yeah, this is stuck on two. The door.
But we've got a towel. Could it be that?
Well, no, because it never moved. It come out from the like a peekaboo and then went.
I wasn't looking. I just saw it at the corner of my eye. And I went back and I didn't see anything.
You're scared because something scared you because you look back. You thought you'd seen something.
Let's go check the kitchen.
Oh my God, what a house. Anyway.
Check the kitchen. Yeah, house. I've got to fucking sleep here tonight, mate.
Wow. God bless you.
Well, the good thing is he's not picking up any like stick thingies, so we can use the actual, night vision. That's weird. We're gonna have to look back on that. I'm gonna have to look back on that.
Definitely have to review that footage. That was insane.
Quick check. Yeah, we know it's a towel.
Towel can't move.
Yeah, we were in here. We were doing a quick zoom around. Check. Yeah, it's when I went past the door there. I know you. But yeah, I'm out.
This is stuck on 2, this. It's glitching to 3 now.
I'm wondering if it's a towel. It has to be the towel.
The towel can't move when it's on unless we
We're going to have to look back. We're going to have to look back, guys.
Right, well,
we're going to have to look back.
Come back later.
Right, so we'll come back later. I'll go back on the footage now. So I'm going to end the recording now. All right. Cheers.
If you look closely at the timestamp of 51 seconds, the face of a ghost could be seen peeking round the door, and this was solid evidence that the house was haunted. At first, the group weren't certain that this was the case, and blamed all sorts of factors, including the carpet. Regardless, once they reviewed the footage, they knew exactly what the deal was. Jen and Dave were far from safe. They moved out of their house the next month. In the following video, the man on the bottom is doing some simple Omegle trolling, like all people on the platform do. He got paired with 2 men from the same country as him, which was a relief due to how many English speakers used the platform. Little did they know that this pairing would document one of the weirdest captures ever on the website. In the beginning, the man at the bottom was telling the duo their names and address, and he somehow got both the answers right, which surprised the duo. It was what that happened moments later in the video that terrified everyone present in that Omegle call.
Hola. Hola, muchachos. ¿Cómo andan? Para, yo a ustedes los conozco.
Pues a Argentina no hemos ido, ¿eh? Así que no...
Sí, yo los conozco. ¿Vos no te llamas Javi? ¿Y vos sos Juan o no? ¿Son de España o no?
Mi nombre lo pone ahí, que es mi cuarto, pero...
¿Son de España o no? ¿De Madrid?
Sí.
Sí, yo que ustedes no lo
Pero podrás dar la IP.
crean.
¿Tienes nuestra IP? ¿Eres de esos que buscan la IP y esas cosas? ¿Qué hace? Por este pago, bueno.
Chicos, ¿les puedo hacer una consulta? ¿Ustedes qué estaban haciendo en su casa?
Pues nada.
Esperar, que ahora vamos a salir de fiesta.
Estoy solo en casa y le he invitado.
¿Solo?
Sí, solo.
El gato.
Bueno, con él.
El gato que está abajo.
No puede ser, chicos. Yo vi que esa puerta que está enfrente se movió.
¿Cuál esta? ¿La de Javi?
Sí. Yo vi... No. Yo vi que la puerta que está enfrente suyo se movió.
Esa de ahí, nada.
Me juro que vi que esa puerta se movió.
No, mira.
Nos está vacilando, o sea.
No, chicos, no. Yo lo vi con mis propios ojos. Yo vi que esa puerta de manera lenta se abrió y luego se cerró bruscamente, chicos.
Nos intenta meter miedo, ¿eh?
No les estoy mintiendo ni por mucho menos, por favor. Yo le juro que por mis ojos y por lo que más tengo en mi vida que esa puerta se movió.
Imposible, no hay nada. Así que, y mi gato está abajo, es imposible que se mueva nada. Nos está vacilando. Literalmente es el típico...
Se ha quedado pillado.
¿Qué le pasa?
Atrás suyo hay alguien.
¿Cómo que atrás?
¡Me cago en la puta!
The strangest part of this entire sequence was that despite being stared at by the men, the spirit still stood there strongly, leading me to believe it was on the demonic side of ghosts. Looking the ghost face to face in the eyes sparked so much fear into the duo that they immediately skipped, hoping that the entire thing was some crazy plot from the dude in the headphones. It wasn't. Due to no updates or no information on them, we have no idea what happened in the next chapter of this story. Spirits are known for their unique abilities to go undetected in homes, and the one you're about to see almost mastered that ability. It invaded the home of university student James's aunt, who fortunately had a nanny cam set up in her bedroom. She did this as she was getting fairly old and wanted a way for people to check up on her, but it wouldn't be her that the family ended up concerned about. On a random Tuesday, James decided to check the camera to see how she was doing, but was greeted with a much less familiar face. Take a look.
I don't know if I'm seeing shit or tripping, but check this out. So this is my aunt's son's room. Right? There's no one in here. Right? Nothing. Closet. Nothing. Got a nanny camera in here. Alright, now tell me, right on the monitor here, tell me that doesn't look like someone standing in the room. Like I've checked, like went back and forth 3 times, and So, okay. Nothing, right? Like, what the fuck? I do not want to go back in there. I have an idea. Put this, like, right here. And put this right here. Alright. Okay, I saw a ball in the other room. I'm gonna go grab it. Okay. Make sure it's clear. Fuck. Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay, alright. Fuck. There is definitely something in there. What the fuck?
If that whole story wasn't enough to freak you out, I have no idea what would do the trick. The fact that even while standing in the doorway he couldn't see the ghost, but the camera still detected it at the exact same time, must have been a very spooky situation to be in, and he advised that his auntie took up his room and he'd sleep on the couch. They locked the door, and the ghost still stands there to this day, waiting for its day to be released once again. Geometry Dash is a huge game, and many YouTube videos related to it are uploaded every single day. One of the YouTubers in the Geodash scene is called Fanksy, and he comes from Italy, offering the content to the Italian speakers who enjoy the game, a very smart way to tap into a competitive market. His subscribers wait for new videos every week, covering all aspects of the game, but on a random day in July, they got something far from that. They received a paranormal documentation. To set the scene, Fanksy had been experiencing paranormal activity for a few weeks prior to the video, and decided the best option was to keep it private. He believed that even if he did upload some of it to his huge platform of fans, he would be called a faker and tarnish his reputation, something no YouTuber would want to do. Fortunately though, this did not happen.
Bene, ma direi che possiamo passare al prossimo livello di Damor, Fanksy 3. Proviamo ragazzi, sono curioso di vedere quello che accadrà. Dobbiamo scaricare la canzone. Ok ragazzi, fermi un secondo. Ho sentito un rumore fortissimo, ma io sono a casa da solo. Spero sia il vento, ma non credo, visto che io chiudo sempre tutto, perché altrimenti ci sarebbero casini mentre registro. No, non è possibile. Ragazzi, no, adesso vi devo far vedere. No, vi giuro, raga, non è possibile. Allora, ragazzi, sono andato a controllare cosa potesse essere il rumore. Stiamo un attimo calmi. C'è la luce del bagno accesa. Vi giuro, io sono a casa da solo, non so se lo potete vedere. Stavo registrando, ho sentito il rumore della porta chiudersi e c'è la luce accesa. Raga, non sto scherzando. Allora, entro. Raga, sto tremando, vi giuro. Allora, come potete vedere, non c'è assolutamente nessuno.
Somehow the bathroom door opened and slammed itself closed mid-recording, and Finksy spent a good 1 minute emphasizing that he was the only one in the house. As well as this, he always asked Alexa to turn all the lights off when he was recording, and for some reason the bathroom one was on. Was this a technical error or something much, much worse? After investigating, he came to the conclusion that the cause of the door closing was the wind, and the reason for the light being on was an issue with his Alexa device. Both of these theories were false, but he didn't know that and decided to continue his recording.
Ok ragazzi, rieccoci. Non so cosa sia successo. All'improvviso la porta del bagno si è chiusa. Ragazzi, no vabbè, giuro adesso mi sto cagando in mano, però veramente. Raga, sto tremando. Sta succedendo qualcosa di strano e non sto scherzando. Ragazzi, la porta l'avevo chiusa. Raga, si poteva vedere prima che ho chiuso la porta quando sono entrato. No raga, vi giuro. Che cavolo sta succedendo? Cioè, ha sbattuto a caso. Ma poi con quale violenza? No ragazzi, dai, ma non scherziamo. Ragazzi, c'è la luce accesa di qua. Ragazzi, era spenta prima, l'avete potuto vedere. Sono passato da qua ed era tutto spento.
Strangely, just moments after hitting the continue button on his Streamlabs, the door to his bedroom slammed in an aggressive manner, and this frightened him into screaming. What made things even worse was that it opened itself again afterwards, which should be completely impossible. Possibilities that can only be denied by the paranormal entities of the world. After seeing this, Finksy knew that the spirit had made a return on camera and decided to set up some CCTV in the corner of the room. This way he would feel safe as he slept, and sleep he did. He stopped the recording as he was too shaken to act and called it a night. In the following video, Celsa, a married woman, was home alone waiting for her significant other to come home, when a very strange sequence of events decided to happen out of nowhere. These events were so weird that Celsa was left scared every time she was home by herself in the future and held this as a lifelong trauma. Now you may think she was exaggerating and that nothing except a tragedy could keep someone that scarred, but that's a very deluded way of thinking. Take a look.
Okay, I've been hearing noises. It's okay, Shh, sit down. You scared? Yeah. Sometimes I'm hearing noises. Sometimes things get thrown off the counter. I just want to make sure that you see nothing because this is really creepy. I'm so over it. Come on, John, hurry up and get home. Can you stop, please? Sometimes things get thrown off the counter. Sometimes the water gets turned on. It's really creepy. Who is it, Lucy? Who is it? I'm probably gonna go live as soon as John gets home so that I'm not scared while I'm recording. I don't want to touch it. That's just the cat box. Yeah, I'm gonna go live as soon as John gets here because I'm creeped out.
At first, she could hear noises coming from the kitchen, which made her and the dog look uncomfortable in the presence of it. After buckling up some courage though, Celsa went into the kitchen and found the drawers moving by themselves, not the sight she would have wished to see in this situation. She panickingly closed them and beckoned for her husband to hurry his way home. It was a long wait, and we weren't updated on what happened next. While most spirits are discreet about their actions, others tend to be very out there, and that can definitely be said about the spirit in the next clip. Sufyan was working in a factory in the middle of the day, and this was deemed by him to be his most boring shift week. Barely anything went on during Tuesdays, and the shift consisted of sitting around call. However, the one-off incident in the following video was far. I'm sure the employee would have still preferred the boring time though. Clip. Somehow, the ladder started walking off almost like a dog as its four legs moved in the motion that the domestic animals would do. This was very creepy, as it should have been impossible for a person. If there is one thing you have learned from this channel though, it is that when the paranormal gets involved, the impossible becomes more than possible. Being in a haunted location is one of the most terrifying places you can find yourself in, and it's very obvious why. You can't even see what's haunting you. However, there are two ways you can be haunted, and the magnitude of fear varies a lot depending on this. First of all, you can be haunted in a building that does not belong to you. This is a much less scary experience because you can leave at any point and avoid the spirits for the rest of your life. On the other hand, you can be haunted in your own four walls, and this fear is incomprehensible. It is a long process to escape a haunting like this, and it makes you feel unsafe in your own home, which is one of the worst feelings on the planet. In the video you're about to see, a couple were in their own house when a spirit decided it was time to shine. An important mental note to make is that the couple had never experienced anything paranormal before, and this experience was very out of the blue. Take a look.
Okay guys, my lights have been flickering for like 2 minutes. We heard a baby crying, and now they won't stop. 2 of the lights blew out. It's... What?
I think I just seen a shadow.
Where? Yo, I think I just literally seen the remote fall. Oh my god. I don't know what to do. I don't want to even move from over here. This is insane. Did you catch it on camera? Is anyone there? The TV's on. The blue light's on. Okay, this is great. What is happening? Hello? Hello? The other lamp just went off down there. Hello? Okay guys, I just cut the video because something literally rolled out of the dark in front of me, and my mom and I still haven't gone down there, so we're just staying in the flickering kitchen.
For a first paranormal experience, this one was of a very high magnitude. From moving objects to flickering lights all the way to device control, the spirit that this innocent couple encountered was extremely active for some reason. After about an hour of constant stress, though everything stopped almost instantly, they are still left wondering why this all happened to date. The following experiment was conducted on September 16th of 2018 and had a lot of meaning to the man doing it. His name was Carl Williams, and he had spent the past 3 months constantly being haunted no matter where he decided to visit, from his home to the park, all the way to his workplace. Paranormal activity seemed to follow him wherever he went, but he never actually decided to get some evidence. Carl believed that filming the ghost would give it too much attention and cause it to mess with him even more. But on September 16th, he knew he had nothing to lose. The test was pretty simple. Carl would place a variety of different objects on the floor and ask the ghost to move them on camera for proof of its existence, and the results were extremely shocking.
Because of the success of yesterday's little object test, I decided I'm going to give this object placement thing another try. I have tried a few items already, just before I got the camera out. I was just having a little play. I got a few twitches out of the candle. This one here, this moved around a little bit. Nothing as dramatic as the ball or anything like that. The remote I'm unsure about. I thought I saw it move, but I wasn't recording or anything, so I can't really verify it. So I'm going to try them both again and just see what we capture. Really, same situation as before. I'm on my own, and I'll try to stay in camera so you know it's not me. Right, we'll start with the candle first, and basically just pop this down here. Okay, if there is anything here, can you please move the candle for me? Anything at all, could you please move the candle? No, that's strange. I thought that one would work.
Despite the experiment sounding promising in Carl's head, nothing happened, and he was left stunned sitting on the floor. However, as I explained earlier, he had a variety of items to test out, and it would be the second one where he got his evidence delivered.
Not to worry. Okay. Wasn't sure about this one, but I'll give it a go. If there's anything in this... No. See that? There's no strings attached. That one was different. The things it's shifted it before, but it's never just thrown it like that. Yeah, it's weird.
Without even asking the spirit to move the remote, it understood the assignment and launched it. This startled Carl because he claimed that it didn't usually move things in that kind of manner and was ordinarily chill and slid things. Maybe he was right all along. Perhaps filming the ghost did fuel it to new heights. Let me know what you think in the comments. In the upcoming video, YouTube channel Ghostek Paranormal Investigations were making one of their videos, and based on their name, you should be able to guess what this video was. The crew were investigating yet another haunted location. The place in this video was an old location called the Viaduct Tavern and was known for having some of the most poltergeist activity in England. It was a still occupied pub that the YouTube channel paid to have access to for the day, and after they left, They had so much spiritual evidence that the owner was forced to sell the place. Here I'm going to show you one of the unexplainable events that happened on that day, and if you don't believe in ghosts now, you most definitely will afterwards.
Did you hear that? It was like a door moved. Hello? The sound of a door moves from somewhere nearby. Here is the enhanced audio taken from Static Cam 3 covering the hallway. Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Strangely, the group heard the noise of a door opening upstairs, followed by some heavy footsteps. The weird thing was that they were the only people in the building and they had cameras set up to prove that no one was in the corridor where this happened. Do you buy that this capture was real? I most certainly do, but I'm willing to be turned away from my beliefs in the comments. On March 5th, during an unknown year, a family of 4 were fast asleep at night when they were disturbed by the youngest member screaming. She was called Layla and struggled to fall asleep, so decided to have one last play with her dolls before rolling into a slumber. However, something under her bed had a much more different idea to get her tired. You know the saying of monsters being under the bed. Well, this clip perfectly resembles that saying, and next time you hear someone say they have them, you'll have to think twice before calling them out for being crazy.
Sure, I'll play with you. Go let you play. Yeah. Bling, bling, bling. Bling, bling, bling. Bling, yum, doo, doo.
Almost like a lure, the girl's singing doll started playing music, and Layla got scared that it would wake her parents up too early. She sneakily climbed out of her bed and tiptoed under her bed, but when she went in head first, something grabbed her. Fortunately, her mother came to save the day. Like any normal and functioning human being, she brought the daughter out and locked the room closed for 2 whole days. However, after a bit of peer pressure, she decided to take her first look under the bed and regretted it dearly.
So I've been getting a lot of questions. People have been asking me, have you been in the room? Have you guys looked under the bed? No, we haven't. We haven't been in the room in the last 2 days. We've been a little scared. Be this scary now. Oh my god.
As weird as this may have been, the doll moved by its own accord when she looked under the bed, and understandably, the mother dashed back outside and locked the door. Since then, the door has stayed locked, and the family are always in fear that it could escape one day. They are constantly thinking of how to trash it, whilst making sure it doesn't find its way back. Babies are the most innocent people on the planet, and it always hurts to see them being involved in these paranormal videos. They don't deserve it and are too young to understand what is actually going on, which isn't acceptable in the slightest. The video you are about to witness is one where a poltergeist messes with a baby, and it is really upsetting, so beware. Out of nowhere, the sound of blowing could be heard, and the baby's hair moved. What happened here is definitely up for speculation, but I'm certain it was the act of a ghost.